Monkeytales.
The Fisherman and His Wife by Monkeytales. Once upon a time, on a tranquil Caribbean island, there lived a humble fisherman named Carlos. He and his wife, Adora, dwelled contentedly in their cozy little cottage by the sea. But as the years passed by, Adora yearned for richness, a grand house that would dazzle their friends and relatives. She also wanted jewels and lots of money. Every day, she would complain to her husband.
My dear husband, why don't we move from this small house? I want to live in a mansion.
But my love, we cannot afford it. We don't have the money. Let's be satisfied with what we have.
He pleaded with her. But his wife continued to complain. If she wasn't complaining about her house, she was grumbling about the amount of fish he caught. Nothing ever pleased her. One summery morning, as the sun peered over the horizon, Carlos set out for his usual fishing spot along the rocky coast. He cast his line into the glistening turquoise waters, hoping for a catch to provide for their modest needs. To his astonishment, his hook snagged onto something extraordinary, a shimmering fish that sparkled like a gem.
"Please, kind fisherman, spare my life,"
begged the fish in a soft, melodic voice.
"I am no ordinary fish. I am an enchanted prince. If you release me back into the sea, I will grant you any wish you desire."
What? A talking fish?
Exclaimed Carlos. Carlos was taken aback, but felt compassion for the magical creature.
Very well,
He said, carefully releasing the fish back into the waves.
I wish for a beautiful house for my wife, Isabella.
The fish vanished beneath the waves, and Carlos returned home to find a magnificent mansion where their modest cottage once stood. Adora was overjoyed, but her desires soon surpassed the splendor of their new home.
Carlos,
Adora exclaimed one day,
I want more. I want to be queen of this island with servants.
Concerned but reluctant to displease his wife, Carlos returned to the sea and called out to the enchanted fish.
Dear fish, are you there?
The fish came to the surface in no time, as if he was waiting for Carlos to come back.
My wife is not happy. She desires to be the queen of the island.
Carlos spoke. Without hesitation, the fish granted Carlos's wish, and Adora ascended to the throne. Yet her hunger for power was insatiable.
I want the finest jewels and all the money I can dream of.
Adora declared one day, her eyes glinting with greed.
Carlos, you go back to that fish and ask for the finest jewels and lots of money.
Alarmed by his wife's uncontrolled thirst for greatness, Carlos hesitated, but eventually sought out the magical fish once more. "Oh, my dear fish," he pleaded, "my wife wants the finest jewels and lots of money." "Oh, okay, Carlos, she will have it." The fish obeyed, bestowing Adora with the finest jewels and money. Yet, even this was not enough for Adora. Driven by relentless greed, Adora demanded to be the supreme ruler of the universe. Carlos, troubled by her unlimited ambition, returned to the sea for the final time.
Oh, my dear fish,
He said,
my wife desires to be the supreme ruler of the universe.
This time, the fish's tone was serious.
"Return home.
He said,
Your wife has become consumed by greed, and her wishes can no longer be granted."
Carlos trudged back to the luxurious palace, only to find their glorious treasures had vanished, leaving them once again in their simple cottage by the sea. Adora, humbled by their situation, embraced Carlos.
We were happiest when we had enough.
She realized, greed only brings misery. Together, they cherished their modest life, grateful for what they had learned. And so, children, The moral of the story is that satisfaction and gratitude bring true happiness, while greed and uncontrollable desires lead to emptiness and despair.
Monkey Tales.